This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon and thank you for watching News 8 Now. I'm Sophia Pullman. We start with breaking news. No one was injured after a train hauling ethanol and corn syrup derailed and caught fire in Minnesota at 1 this morning. Nearby residents of the town of Raymond, which is about a 2-hour drive west of the Twin Cities, were told to evacuate their homes. BNSF said 22 cars derailed and 4 caught fire. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg
We have report of a car that had about 40 cars, 14 of them carrying hazardous material, including ethanol, which was released leading to a fire. There's an evacuation about 1 mile in each direction from the site.
This is a developing story and some details have not been finalized, although Buttigieg says 14 cars were carrying hazardous materials. BNSF said ethanol was the only hazard on board. The Environmental Protection Agency says that the 4 cars that were on fire were ethanol cars. We'll continue our coverage of it this morning as more information is made available. A man convicted of a 1985 triple homicide at an Onalaska church has been released from a state mental health facility. Brian Stanley was granted release in a La Crosse County Circuit Court this week. He's now in a 24-hour supervised facility in Eau Claire and is ordered to stay out of La Crosse County. After a St. Patrick's church service, Stanley killed 3 people. He said he didn't like girls reading scripture in Mass and claimed he was ordered by God to assassinate, quote, devil worshippers. According to La Crosse County District Attorney Tim Grunke, Stanley will be daily supervised and must obey with his treatment plan. A life-saving drug that can rapidly reverse an opioid overdose will soon be widely available. The FDA approved over-the-counter sales of Narcan. According to the drug maker, 1 person dies from an opioid overdose roughly every 8 minutes. The CDC says more than 100,000 Americans died in the 12 months from October 2021. The FDA approval allows Narcan to be sold directly to consumers in drugstores, grocery stores, gas station, and even online. Our Anna Fisher will have more on this developing story tonight. In Westby, a community awareness night focused on the effects of fentanyl in the community Wednesday night. The Amara Rose Foundation, the Vernon County Sheriff's Office, and Westby Police discussed information about opioids and how people can stay informed. Visitors will be able to ask authorities about what they can do to help, and representatives from the Amara Rose Foundation spoke about losing a loved one to an accidental overdose.
Sure, it's a pretty cloudy start now to the afternoon. We are tracking not only the clouds, but also some rain and snow showers that are going to get ready here to start moving in rather shortly. We'll get to that in a second. But what I first want to show to you first is the winter storm watch highlighted there on your screen for those counties there that, of course, highlighted. This is until Friday, from Friday evening till Saturday afternoon. We're talking about 3 to 6 inches of snow here, possibly. Wind gusts of 45 miles an hour, and blowing and drifting snow could also make travel pretty difficult here at times, and that's all thanks to a developing storm system. As you can see there on your screen, lots of cloud cover, and this is kind of like the eastern fringes of the storm system right now, not only producing the cloud cover, but you can see that rain and snow just west of us, and it's moving in our general direction. We expect that to move in here as we head into the afternoon. Current temperatures right now are into the 30s, 39 degrees in La Crosse, 35 in Eau Claire, 39 in Sparta. Temperatures in Winona currently at 36 degrees. So here's a check on the planner, and as I mentioned, we do expect the rain and snow to move in. Excuse the abundant sunshine line there. That is not correct, but we will be looking at rain and snow and also some pretty chilly temperatures there at times as well. We'll talk more about this coming up in the weather forecast. Sophia?
Sparta Trails also traveled to the Governor's Conference in Green Bay this year after being nominated for their Kirksons Market events in the tourism category for the Innovation Award. The market is a unique event that is German-inspired, where locals and tourists can enjoy the outdoors to explore a traditional European-style market. The director says the market is a big benefit because it boosts downtown shopping and brings the community together.
Awareness that we're making of the market has been beneficial. People come and stay in our hotels, and a lot of the stores in Sparta stay open later those 4 weekends that the market is running because people are here and people are wanting to shop.
The Christkind Market began in 2015. They cover blue vine, German brats, music decoration, and artisan vendors. Still to come at noon, scientists at a museum in the Netherlands unveiled a woolly mammoth of a meal. This gigantic meatball is starting a conversation about the future of lab-grown food.
Started as just something to do, then became a hobby. Before long, it turned into something much more. Tonight on News 8 Now at 6, we'll introduce you to a Cooley region man who was on the verge of turning this hobby into a shot at Olympic gold.
It was a good day for U.S. investors on Wall Street Wednesday. CBS News' Chanel Call has the latest business headlines from New York.
Former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz squared off yesterday with Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders over allegations of union busting. Sanders cited a recent federal judge ruling that the coffee chain violated multiple labor laws during the unionization campaign of a Buffalo store back in 2021. Since then, nearly 300 stores have also voted to do so. Schultz defended Starbucks, pointing to the millions of jobs it created and the benefits it offers, like its free college tuition program. A mammoth meatball was unveiled this week at a science museum in the Netherlands. Scientists from the Australian food startup Vow said they grew this meat in a lab after inserting DNA from a long extinct woolly mammoth into a living sheep cell. Vow's founder said the experiment wasn't necessarily about bringing a 4,000-year-old protein to market. Instead, the company hopes it will get people talking about the future of lab-grown food. And after 14 years, Pepsi is getting a new look. In a news release, the company's chief design officer said the new logo was created to, quote, connect future generations with the brand's heritage. Products with the new design will hit North American shelves this fall, just in time for Pepsi's 125th anniversary. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
As we head to break, here's a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next. Practice makes perfect, but in healthcare, ever-changing situations can make it tougher to prepare for the unexpected. News 8 Now's Emily Hagen explains how one local hospital is giving caregivers a chance to practice without any risk to patients.
In healthcare, every minute matters.
The rapid change that you need to make in gathering information and then providing care to patients.
What is done by providers in that time is crucial.
All the caregivers here at Winona Health and in this community, they just want to be better caregivers.
A new space in Winona Health's hospital is helping caregivers gain that confidence.
It's just nice to say, like, okay, if you made a mistake, like, let's learn from it.
Courtney Weiser works every day with mannequins that breathe, just like we do.
It gives them the opportunity to learn how to care for clients and patients in a safe environment that doesn't cause any kind of ill effects for the patient or clients.
Its interactive sim lab has an array of patient options, from a pregnant mom
She is amazing what she can do.
to an elderly patient.
They can come up here and practice and stay consistent on it, so if it comes in tomorrow or in a week or in a month, they feel confident doing that procedure or that skill.
Right now, it's a place for providers and first responders to sharpen their skills.
I think this is a good way for us to take care of our caregivers, not just employees of Winona Health, but the caregivers that are across our community.
Next year, it will also be a space for classfuls of Winona State students.
We all know that learning occurs best when we make a mistake. And so we don't want that mistake to happen in the real environment where a student could harm a patient.
Putting in the hours, so the crucial minutes count.
A variety of different groups have used the simulation lab for all kinds of training. So far, Winona Health staffers say in addition to their caregivers, Winona Ambulance, firefighters, and even the Chamber of Commerce have already come into the lab. Here is a look at CityCam 8. Derek is in next with our forecast.
Well, sure, it's a very cloudy start here to the afternoon. As you can see behind me there from CityCam 8 in downtown La Crosse, it's 39 degrees. Visibility, though, still looking good at 10 miles. We are looking at winds here around 3 miles an hour currently in La Crosse. Meanwhile, to the north in Eau Claire, 35 degrees for you. South-southeast winds at around 8 miles an hour. Visibility also looking clear here, too, at around 10 miles. Look at all the cloud cover beginning to move in now across the Coulee region. And this is all associated with what is a storm system well to the west, but we are looking at the eastern fringe of the system right now, producing some rain and snow here right around the Iowa-Minnesota border, and it is tracking in our general direction. You can see a big swirl here. This is our main storm system that we are watching back towards the Rocky Mountains, back towards the Mountain West, and that is moving in our general direction. That's going to help increase the rain and snow chances for this afternoon, starting as early here in the next hour, around 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, still looking at some of that rain and snow, maybe even some rain showers around 5 o'clock here too. Some scattered showers are possible as we head towards early this evening at around 7 o'clock. So again, it's all thanks to this developing system here, and you can see the warm front associated with it producing the rain and snow here on the north side of that front as we head into today and tonight. Now, as we head into tomorrow afternoon, this system is going to continue to gain strength, and we could be looking at not only showers but also thunderstorms as we head into tomorrow and also into tomorrow evening. Now, behind this system, we're going to get some colder air wrapping in behind it. That may allow the rain to transition over to all snow here for Friday night. That is tomorrow night into early on Saturday morning. Now, by Saturday afternoon, I am thinking around 5 p.m. or so, that system is going to exit the area. We'll be under the influence of a pretty broad area of high pressure by that point, and therefore our weather pattern should be nice and quiet. But what's not quiet is tomorrow. We have a pretty significant risk for severe weather. A couple of moderate risk areas highlighted here, down to the south near the Memphis area, and also up towards just south of us here in the eastern Iowa fringe and western Illinois border there. You can see we are actually under a level 3 enhanced risk for our southern zones now. We're talking damaging winds, large hail, isolated tornadoes, all a possibility between the 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. hour. The further north you go, the less the risk, but keep in mind if you are under any of these shades here, you are still under the risk for seeing some severe weather. So definitely don't let your guard down, and we'll be seeing a lot more of those severe weather risks as we enter the severe weather spring season around here in the upper Midwest. So as we head into Thursday here, which is today around 4 o'clock, you can see some snow showers to the north, that rain and snow kind of mixing together here by 6 p.m. or so. Leftover scattered showers are here possible as we head into the early evening hours, and as we take you into overnight tonight, you can still see some leftover scattered rain showers here are possible as well. Winter weather alerts are currently in effect in association with this storm system. I do want to let you know that portions of the Coulee region, mainly north of La Crosse into the Chippewa Valley, under this winter storm watch from Friday evening until Saturday afternoon. Heavy snow is possible here, wind gusts to 45 miles an hour, and also blowing and drifting snow. Now, speaking of snow, it looks like the majority of the heavier snow will be mainly to the north, where we could see accumulations between 4 to 8 inches are possible in some spots, but we probably will see more of that 3 to 6 inches, more than likely well to the north. South of that into the La Crosse area, you're probably looking at around a trace, maybe 1 to 2 inches at best in some localized spots though. So the further south you are, the less chances you'll see accumulating snow. The further north you are, you will see some better chances of that accumulating snowfall though. So a check on the 8-day forecast there, and you can see after we get through this nasty weather, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday will be cloudy.
Thanks, Derek.
Yeah.
We will be right back after the break.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
It's known as the Great Resignation. In 2022, over 50 million people quit their jobs. That's led to a workforce shortage nationwide. But there are some solutions. As News 8 Now, Dua Ishwar explains how one of them is right in La Crosse.
Hospitals, manufacturers, and other companies can send their staff to Western Tech for some hands-on learning. It's called Business and Industry Services, and its goal is to train and keep people in the workforce. A company's culture helps it retain its workforce.
A huge amount of people retiring from the workforce, as well as we have a limited workforce coming into the job market.
Wisconsin is struggling.
We don't have enough bodies in the region to actually do the work.
According to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Wisconsin has one of the most severe worker shortages nationwide. Statewide, there are 44 workers available for every 100 jobs open. Not every job has the resources to train their workers.
I don't really have someone that I can turn to and ask questions.
Sam Hakes is a process engineer for Freudenberg NOK. His employer enrolled him in the safety circuits and machine guarding class.
Was looking for classes and stuff to help our engineering team better assist our floor.
John Zimprich works in the Business and Industry Division of Western Technical College.
A couple hundred businesses a year we work with every year.
BIS offers classes for various workforce skills.
Like that.
The classes can be on Western's campus or a company's site.
It's a condensed version of training to help them know what they need to do to be better at their job.
This isn't related to banner stuff, so.
For people like Hakes, these classes are an opportunity to learn additional skills.
Lean on other people who maybe had experience in those areas, but now I can be there with our maintenance guys, reading diagrams and helping them troubleshoot.
While being supported by an employer. Reporting in La Crosse, Dua Esrar, News 8 Now.
Stay with us. We will have one more check of your forecast when we return.
Here's another check on your 8-day forecast. Rain and snow chances here for today. Thunderstorm chances for tomorrow. Some of those storms could even turn strong to severe. Snow for tomorrow night and also into early Saturday.
Thanks, Derek. And thank you for watching News 8 Now. You can catch us again at 5 and 6. Have a great afternoon.